pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All the meeting order, we have approval of tonight's agenda. Make a motion for the agenda.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have approval of the minutes from November 17th, 2025 meeting.
Make a motion to approve those minutes.
All in favor? Okay, moving on to business, we have Northern Indiana Community Foundation, Lorraine Field Sculpture Grant.
So we've got Jackie Ryan and Mr. Verhagen here from the sculpture project. Jackie's been helping us on the fund side. And I'll let Kurt talk about it. Kurt brought this to fruition. So well, there's been a few changes to the mechanics of it. The principle is the same from where it started. So if you want to say a few words about it.
Oh, sure. Thanks. Just briefly, the idea here is to have a sculpture work as public art, starting here in North Judson. And if there's demand, if there's interest, working around to the other 3 or 4 towns in Stark County on a rotating basis, and then comes back to North Judson, say in 5 years from now, for another sculpture. We originally asked for interest or proposals from sculptors throughout the state and did not receive any interest in that. And I don't know what the driver there was, but we worked past that and decided to go ahead and rather than offering the $5,000 in a RFP fashion, go ahead and commission it and use that same $5,000 for a local artist who we found. Very pleased. We have a design review tomorrow to settle on the final design that our sculptor, Angelique Milo, will be presenting to us. So we're very excited about that. The sculpture, thanks to the town and you all have been great to work with. And thanks to Jackie as well. The sculpture will be placed over in Orwayne Field, right about in the center of the field on a pedestal or plinth. And we'll have an explanatory plaque with it. Just very quickly, not to get into the weeds too much, we will have the sculpture for 5 years. It will remain the property of the sculptor. She will do reasonable repairs or maintenance on it as needed, if it's needed, over those 5 years. At the end of the 5 years, the town may be interested in actually purchasing it and leaving it there. Another party may be interested in purchasing it and taking it to their property. Or in the alternative, Angelique gets possession of it, physical possession of it, and could sell it or keep it for herself at that point. And then that would allow us to refresh, so to speak, the sculpture after 5 years. We've also been working with the Visitors Bureau, and we've put together a map of different public art sites, murals, this sort of thing, throughout the county. And what we hope to do is to build on that and have maybe even wayfinding signs pointing to these different sculptures throughout the county. And over time, become more of a tourist attraction. The last thing I'll say is that the unveiling of this sculpture will be at the Mid Festival this coming summer. And we're very much looking forward to that. So
We're not gonna find out what this will then. We don't know what.
No, we'll decide tomorrow on the final design, and I think Nick will be.
Yep, Joe and I'll be here. Nick will be here. I gotta send him a text to remind him to come tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. So anybody else is welcome to come.
Yeah.
As well of the council. So yeah, it's right in the center.
I do. I have to.
There's a little grove of trees there where it's sort of like just on the west side of that. It's the perfect little spot to put it in where it has its prominence, but it's also not freestanding out in the middle of nowhere, so it makes upkeep and taking care of the grass and all that. It's not its own thing, but it's, sort of in a cluster of an area right in the center of the park, which makes it accessible ADA too, which is nice because if people want to take pictures around it, it's not up on the hill where it's
right.
That's not accessible. So there's that factor as well. I will say, Jackie provided us a check that I will be depositing, and basically I'm just looking for permission. So I talked to Megan on the liability side and replacement cost. The $5,000 commission is what we put it in as a replacement cost. So it's not going to have an anticipated impact on our bottom line insurance cost to a big degree at all. But Jackie did mention if there was, that we get explore options to maybe remedy that if it did, have some cost measures beyond. We don't want that. Yes, I appreciate you. Beyond the a normal yearly cost of insuring our properties, our parks, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, as mentioned, there's we will carry it, being in our park under our liability, property and damage and liability. She'll work to make reasonable maintenance over time. There is the stipend. You can see we've received a check. I made a copy of that for you guys. Tomorrow, I'm looking for approval of PO 2923 to Angelique Milo, and she's going to bring a W-9 with her tomorrow. That way I can get it entered into our system and classified correctly. But it'll be for $5,000. The check states that's the amount of the grant. So it's no dollars from the redevelopment commission, just sort of a pass through while also having an interest in being on the park there. So it'll be 2 disbursements, one when the design is decided on tomorrow, and then the other when it's delivered. So just looking at PO 2923 to Angelique Milo, $5,000 with those payment dynamics of $2,500, a prepaid amount, and then once the sculpture is delivered, the remaining $2,500, and permission with that approval, permission for me to sign that addendum stipulating the dynamics of the project, the application.
And John, just to answer your question, not avoiding it. Once we have that design, there's no reason that can't be passed around and shown.
Yeah,
I will tell you, HVRM has been very nice in letting the sculptor use some what they call found art, railroad spikes, that sort of thing, for her sculpture. So I'm anticipating that being a part of it.
I was going somewhere with that too, what it was. Then I was thinking, okay, it's going to be tied to something with North Judson.
Yeah,
You said something about it can be moved or it can be taken, saved somewhere else, or it was just for North Judson. Then I was thinking, okay, is it something that's going to be county wide, or is it just going to be for us?
No, my thought is, when I was sort of planning this out, is that each community would have a sculpture that really attaches to that community's background. Here it might be railroads and mint or what have you.
Sure.
And Bass Lake might be, Wizard of Oz. I don't know, whatever the sculptor would come up with, but that's a plan. So it would be something very much attached to our history here.
and maybe it's something that we want to work out a purchase through whatever fund, but maybe it's nice there, or maybe we want to add something to the town park. Always put it in the town park after a certain amount of time. There's just really no strings attached long term with it, but it is a 5-year commission is basically what we're
Right.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, I'm supporting this 5,000. And then next year, it will be both myself and I'm sorry. Kathy Norm.
Yeah,
Jeez.
there's been an additional donation that's been provided to the Start Creatives Network to continue this project in other communities. And then, this is being supported through the Verhagen Family Fund at the Stark County Community Foundation.
So all that to say, we have funding for the go forward.
Yes.
That's why you're talking about it. It's your project, because you're paying for it, which is.
I don't know. I mean, it's the idea, but everybody's. Andrew's been great. It's our project, really.
I understand. Oh yeah, everybody's got hands up. The reason I bring that up is because we get a lot of slack on what we spend money on. So they're putting money into art, where a lot of people are like, oh, we shouldn't do that. Well, really, this is just you guys donating money for this.
Yeah.
So that's why I brought that up. Now
Yeah.
that nobody has skin in the game, because I'm sure everybody's got a little skin in the game.
Absolutely.
But yeah, this is something that's a donation, so we can put this art out there, which is great. Yeah. Okay, anything else with that? We just need to approve this PO.
PO and, and signing of the addendum.
Make motion we approve PO 2923.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great.
Okay, anything else for that, Andrew?
No, that's really it, right?
Thank you very much.
And I appreciate you guys helping. We can't provide a grant directly to an artist, so being able to work with the community who's putting it in their park is really appreciated.
I think we're excited to see it.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Okay, we're moving on quickly. 2025-26 project spending plan update.
Yeah, so if we can, I just need an approval of adding that into our spending plan. It takes so it's under, how was it? I think it's on the very first one, Northern Indiana Community Foundation, Orient Field Sculpture, RDC has pass through of funds for project $5,000. Yeah, so it took our, total for, next year's spending budget for the RDC from 107,500 to 112,500. So just need approval of the spending plan update.
Make a motion we approve the spending plan update.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good.
Okay, moving forward.
Yep.
We have town park improvements project phase 2, project plans, DNR Indiana Trail Program.
Not much there.
Yeah, nothing new until after sometime in February.
And finally, I just included the latest statement in there just to give you guys an idea where our funds at. Still working on December or November's reconcilement. So as soon as we have all those done, I'll send them out to everybody.
Well, it's nice to see your personal picture.
Yep.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, additional business administered by the council. Eric, you have anything? Josh, you have anything? Linda?
No.
Alex?
Nope.
I don't have anything here.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
First one down.
Yes.
Hey, Drew, you have the link for the.
No.
Orange.
Yeah, no, there's
Yeah, I got it. Well, now.
the YouTube thing. I thought you meant to get on.
No, so somebody can. pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the meeting to order. We have approval of tonight's agenda. Motion for the agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have approval of the minutes from the December 1st, 2025 regular meeting. Make a motion for those minutes.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're moving on to old business tonight. Up front, we have Mr. Hansel here tonight with the FHA NDOT Sidewalk Grant Program, Town Resolution 2025-07, Title 6 and ADA Plan Adoption.
Yes. So if we can do the, you want to get, yeah, we'll get the public hearing and stuff out of the way first. So
Okay.
we'll need on the ADA and Title 6, Resolution 2025-07, we'll need a opening of the public hearing for that.
I make motion to open the public hearing for resolution 2025-07.
Second.
All in favor?
We can solicit comment at this time about the proposed ADA and Title 6 coordinator and adopting procedures implementation plan with the January 2026 Title 6 implementation plan as well. Mitch, you want to provide some input and we can solicit comment?
Yep, absolutely. So, the town put together an ADA transition plan back in 2016, I believe, and so we just updated it. Included the sidewalks and ADA ramps, and went through and looked at all the buildings and some ADA deficiencies, and so just came up with a list of deficiencies, costs to make those improvements, and just how much we might want to put toward it every year to make incremental upgrades. And then the Title 6 plan is basically your equal employment opportunity, any we'll call it the discrimination policy or anybody feeling that they've been discriminated for town services or things of that nature. They can go to Andrew and make a complaint, fill out a form, and get their issue resolved within 30 to 60 days. So it's now a formalized process, and you've got forms that people can fill out if they've got something that they don't feel that they can access, persons in wheelchairs or persons in scooters feel that they can get into certain facilities or can't access certain neighborhoods. They can come to Joe and file a complaint to you can figure out a solution.
Okay. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns? No?
It's just a requirement to continue to get federal funds and now state funds.
Yeah.
So this ADA plan, ADA plan needs to be updated every 3 years, and Title 6 needs to be submitted every year.
So we can make a motion, or we need a motion to close the public.
Make motion to close public hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great, now we can stop.
A resolution by the Incorporated Town of North Judson, Indiana, appointing the Americans with Disabilities Act and Title 6 coordinator and adopting procedures, resolution number 2025-07 for your approval.
I make motion to approve resolution 2025-07.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
We've got to know, we can adopt that on the first reading, so we're good to go. And in your packets on there is the full, I had copies made and included it, the full Title 6 implementation plan as well. So if you have any questions, Joe or I are available. Yeah, that one was labeled with signature spots as well as the resolution. And I think, John, on that resolution, if you could cross out the first day of December.
Yeah, I saw that. Instead of the 15th.
Yeah,
Yeah, I tapped it down.
okay.
Just to give you an update, the town applied for federal funds for the sidewalks along the Lucas Street, and should have interviews with PennDOT in January. And then the investment did come with, no funds. When we got funded enough. And then. Oh, yeah, we took it. And then,
Mid to late March, you said approval on that? We'll
Yes.
hear. Okay.
and the town did get awarded CCNG funds for the Cape Seal along Central Avenue, and so we will be opening bids January 19th for quote section.
And when's that scheduled to start? Spring?
So I was gonna say,
Yes.
it's 2026, right? For that.
Yes, correct. Probably
Thanks, sir.
Did you say January or December?
January 19th, yeah. Number.
Hey, what else we got? Got you anything else?
Resolution, the construction contract.
Yeah.
So, USI was selected to do the inspection for the George Street sidewalk. $106,500, it was $500 less than the grant amount. At the end of that contract, it was reviewed by the district and it's approved to be signed.
We have that here.
Need that.
This should be, yeah.
Sure.
So I'll need to get that resolution we did on the signing authority. And, they'll probably be the ones who want to see that for stuff like this. That's approved where Joe can act as signatory as the town manager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we adopted a resolution for that. So
Yes.
What is it on George Street exactly?
It's our sidewalk project that Florida Van and Brink was.
Park. Thinking of Park.
So-
I was thinking George Street. Yes, so North George.
Yeah, so usually the firms, when they bid a project like that, they usually will do the construction inspection. But we have the opportunity to go out and bid, and USI bid, and Fleece and Van and Brink decided not to even bid their own project.
Okay.
Far away, but we think you guys are the right spot.
Yeah, that was the reason that they took us. They said, they just didn't have a lot of, inspectors and the resources in the area to do that. They wanted to concentrate more towards the Indy area, and they were okay with another firm handling it.
So are we.
So that means you're the man in charge. We go after, right?
I can be one of them.
One of them.
Yeah.
You're the inspector here.
I get qualified people.
Well, you're on the both sides kind of right there. Cause you're the. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you're both. I see.
My own bug.
I see what we're doing there.
Some people call it correcting your mistakes. We prefer to look at it as perfecting perfection.
Here's a little close dry on you. Okay, so we need a motion on this.
It fell within the grant limit, right? So
Yes, as well, actually. Yes.
What's the? I don't know.
The inspection, construction inspection.
Construction inspection
For
for
the-
the George Street
Right,
sidewalk.
and then we approved the construction inspection for the George Street sidewalk project.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
What else you got, Mitch? Anything else for us? Signing
wanted-
bills or anything?
Just to look at a resolution.
Yeah,
That's
so,
Let's see.
we've got a agreement, municipal to municipal agreement to, transfer some property from the school over to, town right away for the Union neighborhood sidewalk project. Just need Justin to look over and make sure we're referencing the right Indiana codes and he's good with the language.
We also have other sidewalks from there, right? That
Yeah, actually, we've got the right way done for the, those other, slivers of sidewalk. One is to the, Mr. and Mrs. Kearns. And so we've got everything ready. So the next meeting will actually be putting in a PO for that $1,000, right away acquisition. The paperwork's already to send to the assessor and auditor. So the next meeting, you'll be seeing that PO go through for that.
what about by the bus garage and all that? They're,
That's
cool.
municipal to municipal.
Yeah, that's the municipal. Yeah,
and how about in front of the Liberty Elementary?
that's all gonna be,
Same thing?
Yep.
Same one?
Yep.
You guys don't want to forget it.
yeah, the only other right of way we had to acquire was that, right there, on Campbell and Division.
Yeah,
Right there.
Where it jogs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and those other are just gonna go, because we're not putting one on Nip Road, right? It's
Right, no,
So it's
Stop,
it's that
John.
white stop there
Yeah.
because all of them are going north.
Yeah.
It doesn't go all the way to, South Street.
yes, it does.
So
So we'll have sidewalk from John Street on every north-south road in Hubney South.
Division, John Campbell, don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, Campbell will
So
have.
from Hawes,
Along that
Yeah.
field, yeah.
so there will be.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, now the rest of them are just running north and south, except along Campbell.
Yeah, the only streets in Hubney Sub that won't be getting the sidewalks are the east-west roads. So Lucas.
My street.
Yep.
James,
Brian,
Mary Street.
yeah, Brian.
Yeah.
None of right away.
Then we start getting in the county on the other side.
Yes. But yes, it's on the north side of Campbell.
2027 too.
Supposed
to be early, but.
in that. Election is back.
Probably could be, like I said, he should probably do it earlier. I won't bring it, I was sitting over there. I thought it was so way out there. Here we are.
Sure before you know it.
It'll be nice when it's
in
done.
the morning, or do you want copies? Do you want to leave with copies or?
You just want to scan them and.
Yep.
All right, we won't give you any more, Mitch. Anything else?
I think that's
Do you guys got anything for us tonight? No?
Hiding back there. Good to see you.
Yeah, I'll have a
Appreciate it.
happy new year.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
As well.
Be safe, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, we're moving on then tonight to the 2026 town employee insurance coverage renewal.
Still had that on there, but I think we settled everything at our last meeting. I believe we transitioned life, short-term, long-term dental and vision to Mutual of Omaha and kept our medical with Anthem.
I haven't seen anything,
It's my understanding this week.
fill out.
Yeah, we've got John Howard scheduled this week is my understanding.
Yeah, but as far as that, what the
Um,
other stuff that we're, for life and all that stuff. Like we had to
That's what I'm
fill-
talking about. Yeah,
If we had to fill something out, we just need to know. And get it.
absolutely.
Because we all
Yeah.
5 of us have the,
4 out of 5. Yeah.
well, don't they have the life insurance though? I think we all have, right?
I couldn't tell you. I'd look at the list.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying because we want to fill something out.
Yep.
If we have to fill out much list.
Yep. We'll get you the documentation. Yeah.
Okay. We can move on from that new business then?
Yes.
2026 regular council meeting schedule.
So if we can approve this, we'll get it set for the year. Got all this stacked on top of it. So 1 second. There was only, in past years, we've had to make exception for dates, like July 4th and all that, but the only Tuesday we can foresee on here is our normal Labor Day, where we shift our meeting from Monday to Tuesday, September 8th.
Nothing else. I always
no.
run into one. I feel like this.
Yeah, that's the one, but sometimes there's a July 4th one that's happened previously. But that holiday will be on a Friday this year.
Okay.
So, I believe that's pretty comprehensive.
Sure. We don't have to miss that's it was complicated.
I feel like there's always one little. We still look back and say, oh, we should have moved that one too.
That's why I.
The Midfest was the only one I thought, because there was.
The
somebody
Tuesday?
Made that
Yeah,
comment earlier,
Yeah.
but it's.
yeah, no, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, June 15 to June 16, or wait a second. No,
Well, Midfest is the following weekend.
Right.
So it's-
How about,
yeah,
Labor Day and Memorial Day? Memorial Day is.
always the end of the month.
Labor
Yeah.
Day is probably your only one this year.
I think so. That's what the calendar told me.
Yeah, I don't see anything that sticks out.
I think what happened maybe is when a holiday fall on the weekend, then people are closed on Monday.
Like,
because of the holiday.
So say the 4th,
July
but next year, July 4th will be on Sunday,
Saturday.
where Monday will be a holiday. So we'll take, if it's
You
for
guys take
us,
Friday.
if it's a Saturday.
Yes.
And Monday if it's
Right,
Sunday.
you don't have to worry about that
Nope.
because that's exactly what I was.
Yep. Next year, we'll have to deal with that. Yeah.
Yep. And actually we'll move the meeting to Tuesday.
The Tuesday, July.
If you guys aren't in here.
Yeah.
Part of get a meeting together.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. The day of.
That's what I think I was thinking of about something happened like that where we were closed and we actually had a meeting and we shouldn't have or should have moved it.
Yeah.
Okay, is everything else so still we can.
Make a motion that we approve the meeting dates for 2026.
All in favor?
Aye.
2026 board member representatives and appointments.
Yeah.
So we've got a candidate filling Benita Cunningham's spot. Rhonda Reimers has put her name out there to volunteer if the council so approves. I think that's a good appointment. Rhonda was gonna try to be here tonight, and then she wasn't able to make it. I think she had conflict.
Does that mean she could
Yeah.
meet her?
Yeah, absolutely. That was her intention. Yeah.
Vanita is stepping down because of term limits.
Term limits, yes.
It's great though. I mean, how long has she been at the Lutheran school?
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
Need a motion?
Yeah.
Make a motion that we approve Ron Reimers as the town's representative in the library board.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So, anything else we have to,
Yes, we will have, and I included this year's. We'll look at this, and I wanted to give you some time to think about it. I included copies late, so I don't know where it's at in our packet. I don't even know that I had it. That I have it. Yeah. Well, there's that one I just pulled off the wall right before the meeting. So we'll have a full one at our year-end meeting. And we can make appointments to those positions if even early in the year, first meeting of the year, that kind of thing. It's usually when we tackle that. So I'll get an updated one with the numbers 2026 and term limits for how it revolves, first year, fourth year, first year for park board, that kind of thing.
okay, because yeah, the park board is spot open as well, right?
Going to, it's like,
Yeah.
anyway.
Open.
Well, it's your guys' appointment. You appoint who you want.
I know.
I know
we have
you-
some interest in that.
Yeah, we do have interest in that as well.
We did.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's something we'll need to have. If there's more than one person that wants to do it, we don't normally have that.
I think it is only one person.
Oh, the person's not out there, anybody interested anymore?
Well, the person who's interested in the park board, one that I know of.
Yeah, we have one that's interested.
Aside from the one that's already in the position.
Haven't heard if there's any interest from that gentleman.
Yeah, or maybe he thinks he's
Well, that's the way it works, but it's in your guys' court.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
what I don't want to do is blindside someone who thinks they're still on it or going to continue on it. At least we'll have an explanation or a conversation, maybe on why
Sure.
we're moving a different direction. We should have that conversation. I should not just erase them from the board, I think. I'll leave talked. Okay, anything else with this, Andrew?
Not at the moment.
Thank you. Moving on to the 2026 Fire Protection Services Agreement, Wayne Jackson, Richfield Township.
Yep, we just needed approval of those contracts and we'll get them sent and signed and returned. Yep.
I'll make a motion that we approve the fire protection contracts for Wayne Jackson and Richfield Townships.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I know Asia is working on, still Witch Grove and Wayne, I think, still have
Wayne paid.
Wayne paid, so
So
Witch Grove.
we just need to get over that.
Oh, so the Lord's lock.
Yep.
Are you ready to move on from that, Andrew?
Yep.
Okay, we're moving on to town ordinance 2025-09 beautification fund creation.
So we'll have to adopt this ordinance at our last meeting of the year. And then once we have that fund created on an ordinance, we'll take that to the bank with Sue and Carol Missick, and we'll get that account created for those funds.
So nothing tonight.
No,
So that'll just be the park funds for the
the
beautification
beautification funds, yeah, and it'll be its own separate account
that we can use for beautification at normally and or
in the town.
flowers, town.
Yep.
Anything that we deem as beautifying the park.
Yep.
Could be a shelter, could be flowers, could be trees.
Yep.
Paints.
Fresh wood. Yep. All right, town ordinance 2025-10, 2025 budget additional appropriations.
So much like that one, we have a public hearing scheduled for December 29th, 2025, at our 8 a.m. meeting. We've got it publicized 10 days prior to the date of the public hearing. So we'll have, and it's a tiny one this year. It's almost funny. It's $150 additional appropriation for capital outlays and cumulative capital development fund, CCD fund. We're just requesting for the DLGF to put an additional $150 in that fund. So that's it. It's been in the newspaper, and we'll address that at our upcoming meeting on the 29th.
Very good. Okay, moving on to the last part of new business, Chad Special here tonight as our Mint Festival representative. Sean, got some stuff for us tonight.
Not a whole lot. Couple changes. Donna Henry, who's been the president for a lot of years, has stepped down. Christina Alexander, was voted in as president. So there's some change there. Everything else on the executive board, the vice president, secretary, treasurer remain the same. In November, we done a craft fair at the elementary school. Done it, we opened it up for 32 spots, I believe. It sold out in 3 or 4 days. We had a soup cook-off. It went really well. All the vendors were really pleased with the with the craft fair for being November. It gave them a little bit of exposure going into the holiday season. I think we ended up making roughly around 1,100 on that. Last year at this time, we were somewhere around $7,200 in our account. This year, we're triple that. We're 22,000.
20-something.
So that's going good. To touch on the electric, everything that we done for this past MetFest, wasn't all right, we got it, we're good. That was just kind of a Band-Aid to get us through, to make the MetFest happen. We still have to attack that going in 2026. We have some updates and improvements we got to do. So that's one thing that's going to be on our agenda going into 2026. Also, right now we're working on sponsorship tiers to funnel everything through the Mint Festival, whether it be the pageant, the cooking with Mint, the Herbufgus 5K run. Instead, everything's going to be funneled into the Mint Fest, and then the Mint Fest will handle how things are generated. We're working on the tier system now. We pretty much got it at 85%. We got to tighten up some ends, and we'll be sending out flyers and going and getting donations and sponsorships for 2026, probably as early as February, to where in years past, we've been doing it in April.
Yeah.
May. So I feel like we're way advanced this year, going into next year, than what we have been. I know that the committee would like to, at some point, maybe January, February, come in to the meeting, sit down with you guys, get some feedback on 2025, see what you liked, what you didn't like, improvements. I think with Christina at the helm, it's gonna be full bore. That's a good thing. A lot of new blood. We got a lot more volunteers that are coming along. So I think we're moving in the right direction.
So, last year we met with them in January, I think. Joe, you're here for that? Yeah. January. There was a couple meetings. I felt like there was a couple hard meetings.
Yeah, we done January and then again in
The
March.
first January, that's what it was. The first January meeting was.
It did not go good.
It was
Did we
hard.
meet after the festival?
Yeah.
We did
That's
too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when we decided that Chad should come back
That's
in December and give us an update of how the things were
That's
right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should probably do the same thing. I think get on the schedule. I would say, I think we can do February now. I don't think we need to do January, I don't think. But I think to just do a review with, what we'd like to see as far as changes for as the town sits with it, which I think it's moving in a great direction. I'm still here. I heard a girl today, we were talking about Mid Festival. They were talking about how everything was, not like the Winter Festival where it's all like this. But it's close enough where you can get to everything and not bouncing off people. So that's what we want. We want there to be plenty of room, but yet close together. So it's not a 2 mile walk in between, which personally, when I was down there, I thought great. I mean, I think there was some things we could have probably fixed with the kids area, just so it wasn't so kind of cramped over there. But yeah, and that's just, we need probably more real estate for that.
And that's where I think that the meeting with you guys will come in, because there's questions that we have that like Joe or you or Andrew can answer that we can't.
So yeah, we'll have to, anything like that, let's put it on the table. So Andrew, we'll kind of work that through, Chad, myself, Eric, and then you. We'll
Get
figure
it
out.
scheduled and
We'll get it
posted. Yeah.
scheduled and posted, and it'll be basically talking about their permit. So we want to give them time, have time to start getting their permit filled out, seeing where we're at as well. Because obviously that's a big part of this. Donna would do that permit every year in January.
Especially with
Josh to
the-
approve it in February. I think.
Yeah, especially if there's infrastructure needs there,
Yeah.
then we'll definitely want to get ahead of it.
Yeah, and we don't have to approve. That's not something we're racing to do. It's not till we're ready to go and we're fixed and it's on the right format and all that. So, yeah. Does anybody have any questions for Chad or comments about Midfest or? I don't think we're gonna see. It's not gonna, if Donna's gonna be attending any meeting. She's coming to about almost
Every meeting, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, I know she talked about, her level of commitment, because she can sure still come and talk to us about that stuff.
Yeah.
She wants
The
to.
board of directors.
It's what I mean, yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't say that, but, or Christina, that'd be nice to see her every now and then. I know that she has a busy lifestyle. You guys all do. But just every now and then popping in with us, always having Donna here, it was kind of
Yeah.
nice. We could always kind of bounce that stuff, but I know that not everybody's the same.
And I think you'll see that going forward, and you might see them both,
Sure.
both Donna and Christina.
Which is fine, as long as there's somebody that,
Yeah.
here every now and then as a representative in case something pops up. It's always nice to have that little bit of extra stuff. Anybody's got any other questions for Chad? Sid, right? Okay, thank you very much, Chad. We're gonna move on.
If we could circle back, we've got our candidate for our library board representative here.
Hi, Rhonda, how are you? So you're taking over for Vanita Cunningham, we're told?
We've approved it, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in your absence, you've been approved, yes.
Yeah, Eric vouched for you over here.
He did,
He said
yeah.
you're a great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's nice meeting you. We probably met in the past, it is.
I think it was all my St. Peter's Lutheran friends that had.
Oh, is that what
we
it
do,
is?
or yeah, that's how it always was, yeah. Yeah, interesting dynamic,
Vouch for that.
yeah,
So you have-
yeah. Still, right there.
Very good.
Yep.
Okay, we're good then. We're gonna move on to guest recognition tonight. Well, we have a lot here going on, but Chad's here and he's with the Mid Festival, so he's good. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about, Chad? No, thank you. Bill Ramp's here tonight. Is there anything you had tonight for us, Bill?
Chad, just want to compliment Kim and her crew on the decorations at Wayne Field.
Yes.
My family that's visiting from Louisiana is highly impressed. I also I already told Frank that I got rid of a couple problems I had on my property that he's been addressing.
And Christmas. Okay. Very good. Thank you, Bill. Jackie Ryan, have anything for us tonight?
Not too much. I just wanted to say, I know earlier this year, the Stark County Community Foundation provided a grant for downtown and park beautification, and you guys have done an amazing job. And, just those planters kind of getting changed out for the seasons has been really neat to see.
Yes.
Yeah. And then just to give you a heads up, applying for grants in the future to the town or any nonprofits that are here, always apply whenever you want, because we can accept applications throughout the year, but our committee meets quarterly. So if you're planning something for the summer, maybe get it submitted in the spring. That way they can consider it and with enough time for people to be prepared. So.
Another one in.
Yep.
Yes, that was great help.
All right, thank you very much. We're moving on to departmental representative reports tonight. First up is Andrew, the clerk treasurer.
Try to get through this pretty quickly here. I've got one customer adjustment. We had due to a leak on an outside faucet during the previous billing cycle. They're requesting a credit down to their average 5620, making the amount due 143.88. That's account 770000.
Make a motion to approve the customer adjustment request.
Yeah, it's a.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, very good. They appreciate that. I've got Baker Tilly. We received our excess levy appeal. So we got the extra dollars that normally is not included in our spring and fall settlement of property taxes and our property tax disbursement. So we did receive that. It comes to, and I included documentation in your guys' packets. This first year, let me give you the accurate numbers. This first year, we're looking at $57,089. In the following year, $48,752. So approving that, we got all of our levy plus. We just received our 1782 notice late in the day on Friday, so our budget's approved. And we have no changes that we need to make. Sometimes we shift dollars between funds depending on, park was being used quite a bit the year before last, so we shifted a few $1,000s from general to NVH and park just based on how our budget's looking for the year ahead. If we spent every dollar, some would be overspent versus others that would have a surplus. So we're looking at that extra, $115,000 almost over the next 2 years is fantastic. So also with that, I will be approving our 1782 notice. It's a checkbox and a scan and send. So I will get that handled ASAP. I included our fall disbursement. You'll notice the State Board of Account audit was not on there. I guess they didn't finish that quick enough to get this included, because if you look at deductions on the right-hand side, you'll see where it says examination of records. That's normally where they take that out. So we did receive, just late in the day today, we received the bills for our water and wastewater, and I think the wastewater was just under 5,000 to audit those books. So it's not the cost as we've seen in the past. We have seen some where it's 10, 12, 14,000. So we're in a fraction of that, which is good. And that's a testament to Jennifer, Kara, and the great records that our team keeps here at the town hall. So very proud of them and just the overall income of that. I've got a few POs here, so we'll just go through them. PO 2922 to Baker Tilly. This is our monthly for them in the amount of $37.50. I've got PO 2921 to Voice Systems. This is our key billing device upgrade to Neptune 360 for the new water meter reading in the amount of $1,195. I've got PO 2920 to HWC. This was some issues we had on town hall computers here, where BJ from HWC was here all morning long fixing it. It was quite a situation. No security or data breach, but just the computer operations itself was in rough shape. So that's PO 2920 to HWC, the amount of $562.50. I've got PO 2919 to TextMyGov. This is our software management from January to December 2026 in the amount of $2,000. And PO 2918 to Lake House Grill for our employee dinner in the amount of $1,152. And that's it for me.
Make motion to pay POs 2918, 2919, 2920, 2921, and 2922.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
They appreciate that.
Yeah,
Very much.
2879 in here. Anything about this?
I don't. It was attached to just yours, so I don't know whether it was one that we had passed and then it sat because
Okay.
it wasn't part of it, but
Just wanted to be clear. I mean,
for our own coverage, if we've doubled up, it's not the end of the world.
Right.
Year end, working on that now with Baker Tilly, already talking about our rule development forms and submissions. I'll have at the year end meeting, I'll have a resolution 2025-09, which is just a cash reconcile adjustment, as I said for previous cash reconciliations, we've got dollars of adjustments, you know, a 2 cents on an IPSCO bill. It's easy in our own account books to just cross that out and make a little notation in there, but when it's 2 cents off in our system, it requires its own line of adjustment. And every reconcilement, you carry that adjustment. So we'll have a resolution basically to just zero that out in our system as per State Board of Accounts recommendation. And then our additional appropriation, that should be all there. 1782 notice, and then our levy. That's it. All I've got.
All right, thank you very much. Anybody have any questions for Andy? Nobody, thank you very much. School board moving on, nobody for the school board tonight. Next up is the building inspector, Tony. Good evening, Mr. Benson.
Since last time I was here, the two spec homes that's on the north side of town, they did get their foundations in before the weather broke, so I did inspections on it. And actually, the one house just after Thanksgiving, they got framed in, dried in, and the guys get mechanical started on it. So, the other thing that's been an issue was the homeowner was over on Simmons Street was having an issue trying to get NIPSCO there. He did finally get it done about a month ago. Got the power to his house, and did a mechanical inspection there. So he's moving on with the insulation and drywall and stuff like that. So, other than that, that's all I got.
Okay, if I have any questions for Tony tonight?
Glad to see infill housing. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's more coming too, right after those, like you said, Tony, right?
The two over on the north side, yes, those are both, you know, two separate lots on each project. So as first one sells, they'll start the second one.
All right.
Very good. Okay, moving on to code enforcement. We have anything with code enforcement tonight?
I was gonna ask you a question, about, so as we get into the new year, trying to get ahead of things that, maybe something asked last year without all the bodies in place. I'm not sure. Andrew, can we put notices in water bills for, like reminders and things like that for ordinances? Is that?
We can along the bottom, but we do like our testing. We include the documentation that once a year. I think we could do, it's, you know, whatever it is, 17 cents a sheet to put something in with it. I think so, because we do our testing. I don't see why we couldn't do something else.
I'm thinking about something like that, depending on, you know, costs and all those kind of things to get everybody on the same page when they get their water bill. Like everybody knows, like we got all these new people that come into town, which is great, but you know, they don't know the rules and this and that. And we have,
Maybe you stop and talk to them and
yeah. So just to maybe if we could do a blanket, you know, on some of the most important ordinances that we have to deal with on a regular basis. So that was a thought I was having, just to try and get ahead of the ball game on that.
To do something like that, frankly, I mean, it's like $150.
Yeah, it's not crazy.
Yeah,
it's
and
not.
if it's gotta be a two-bird thing too, I wouldn't be afraid to do that either. Like there's one.
And everybody gets one, you know.
One,
Yeah.
let's say it's January, February. You want to send one in January, it's probably too late for that, but say you want to send one in February, then one in March, back to back.
Right.
Because you know, you don't want to put too much literature in there, because
Right.
you know what they do, they throw it.
Throw away, right?
So-
But like, you know, dog tags and things like that, like, hey, you know, so.
Spring cleanup's
coming
Yeah, as the
up.
season comes
Yeah.
in, that'd be.
Yeah, so that was just something I was trying to.
I think a link from, if we can do this, I'm not sure, a link from Text My Gov may help too.
Mhm.
We send out a link on. the
Check
Text
your
My
water
Gov,
bills this year or a
Or
lot
a
of
link to
news.
say, hey, here's our ordinance, here's our,
Yeah, we could include, I think we could include a URL in there.
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
That'd
So,
that'd be great.
so that's another hit where you can say, hey, just a reminder, here's our town ordinances, here's our this or that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're having an issue, then hey, just go click on it, say, oh, no,
Yes.
am I in violation or
Yeah.
line compliance or what?
Yeah.
I would say also too is you got with the ladies in the office, I think like with one pager, like when somebody comes in, like, hey, I need to put this house in my name, I just moved to town. Perfect. Here's our, you know, part of their packet is this one pager.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And it does have the trash schedules, the calendar, but there's also almost like when we had Republic come in, it's like do's and don'ts. Here's what you can put in, here's what you can't.
Yeah.
But those
Here's the dollar
spaces,
text.
exactly.
Here's
Here's
this.
the
Yeah.
amount.
Pages of our ordinances are common ones.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to be surprised.
Yeah.
No, and I agree, you know, and I get that a lot, like, oh, I just moved in 6 years ago, I didn't really know that.
And nobody's enforced it, right?
Yeah.
That, you know?
So because this year, you know, probably not gonna make a lot of friends, this year. I probably won't get on that
You got it last year, so you're good.
Yeah, probably not gonna win that award.
Everybody's
Got
favorite
enough
thing
friends,
around.
though.
Yeah, so, so that was, I think something that's pretty important. I think that's some really good ideas. So that's good. We can work on that. I think that's it for code enforcement.
That's good to hear. Okay. Anything with unsafe, Andrew?
No, we've got Justin. He's waiting on hearing date for us and Knox, I know, for both of these, a few of these properties. I know at least 3, I believe. We did get the publication to him. It was after the meeting last Monday or 2 Mondays ago, the last meeting. We got the publication notice, so that went out months ago. So there's been plenty of time on both of those.
Okay. BZA Planning Commission.
We've got public hearings coming up, notices going in by this Wednesday for publication next Thursday for the week of January 5th. Have we decided it's January 5th? Okay. So January 5th, we'll be hosting a BZA. There is a variance request from Development Standards. And then there's a planning commission public hearing for spot zoning of the annex property.
So yeah, 8 and 8:30.
8 and 8:30 for BZA and planning in that order.
Okay, move on to redevelop. Anything redevelop?
No, like we got the spending plan updated. That'll go to the DLGF. And the spending plan is really based around TIF dollars. We have no TIF dollars in town. So it's informal, but it's a guide for us. I look at it as a formal budget just to try to stick by. But when we've got $3,000 grants coming in for things we budget for downtown stuff, it's wonderful. It helps us in the end. You know, we've got 74,000 budgeted. We end up spending 50. It's huge. Yeah.
Very good. Okay, moving on to park. We have anything with park, Joe?
Nothing. The tree lighting went great. We've been doing little maintenance and upkeep. You know, as lights go out, we get calls here at the town hall that, hey, my tree's not working. So we'll go out there and we'll check those out. We've so far everything's working and yeah, everything's looking good and looking forward to potentially some park, you know, new blood on the park board at the beginning of the year and keep things moving in the right direction.
When are they going to shut the lights off? To collect stuff out there. Somebody asked me. And I said,
Usually we shut them off mid-January and then I believe last year they said, you know, beginning of February to try to get everything cleared
so
up.
by mid-January. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, very good. Moving on to police. Go to Frank.
Tomorrow, we should see Fortress Solutions coming to the police department. That's what we talked about doing, inventory, auditing and all that kind of stuff. So they're supposed to come tomorrow and get started. So that's frightening and exciting at the same time.
How long is it gonna last?
I don't think it's really gonna last too long. I think if they're able to do it all at one time, they'll be done in just a couple of days. But they may come a day here and then a day later or two. They're trying to squeeze a bunch of stuff in at the end of the year. David Hansen set to start the academy on January 5th. Also exciting and scary. Only scary because we'll be short again for a little while. But we're on track with all of his prerequisites and requirements and all the hoops we got to jump through. So that's all on track. I was going to ask you about that Explorer. Do we know anything else on Explorer?
Sometime this week or next.
Sometime this week or next, we should get that other vehicle back. I don't really think there's anything else. Everybody needs to be extra careful. Obviously, you know, we've had a lot of extra accidents in the last couple of weeks due to the weather and snow and ice and all that kind of stuff. That always adds to the excitement around town. Took out a fence next to Dollar General the other night. I did.
Don't please.
Yeah. No, everything else going pretty well.
Okay. Maybe any questions for Frank tonight? Well, thank you very much, Frank. Moving on to Nate with the fire department.
Not much in the last 2 weeks. I told you Mike Scotchfield retired. Brian Rading in the last 2 weeks is retired from the fire department after 35 years. So we thank him for that. That puts us at, I think, 4 openings now. Other than that, not a whole lot. Like Frank said, a couple more car accidents. We had our Christmas party for the family Santa for the kids, but about it, business as usual.
Okay. Any questions for Nate tonight? Thank you very much, Nate. Moving on to utilities with Kim.
Okay, we did a sewer tap over at Mulberry and Franklin, did some CDL training, piling and salting on the roads. Did a few sewer lines, Christmas tree lighting prep at Norway. I got 3 POs, 2910 to Hill Excavating for stone for an alley on, South George for $2,500. PO 2912 to USA Blue Book for a DR 3900 analyzer for $6,646.20. PO 2913 to Republic for 2 sludge dumpster removals for $5,073.46.
Make a motion to pay PO 2910, 2912, and 2913.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright. Anything else for us tonight, Kim? Anything else? Anybody any questions for Kim tonight or anything? Nope, thank you very much, Kim. Okay, we're moving on, last but not least, Joe, the town manager.
Yeah, over the last couple weeks, been working really hard, wrapping up NDOT paperwork for the year. Vouchers, getting reimbursed for a lot of the money, the purchase orders we have going out throughout the year. It's processed to get reimbursed through the state. We have to fill out these vouchers that seem to be ever changing, and included in the vouchers, we need invoices and then copies of the canceled checks. So as we're getting canceled checks in from the bank, we're doing these vouchers to being reimbursed. With Mitch here, you all know we've been working on the ADA and Title VI plan pretty hard, and then right away acquisition is always fun. I mean, it's packets of paperwork that we have to do just for one right away acquisition. So we've been doing a lot of that. Something that's happened over the last couple weeks, one of the storms we had a car accident over at Highland Cemetery, took out a large section of the wrought iron fence. So it's on the ground. I know there was plans with our cemetery committee that there were hoped to refurbish and rehab sections of that and reinstall as soon as the weather warms up here in a little bit in the next couple weeks. We'll go out there and have some of that removed and brought back, and some of those plans might have to change come spring. We're definitely going to get together with the cemetery committee again and reevaluate that plan to see if it's even feasible anymore to do that, or if we want to do that, or potentially salvage the archway that is still upright in a couple sections, and what we've talked about before, potentially butt up to some of the old wrought iron with some of the black chain link at that point, so it all flows together. And
I think this is something that needs to be like closer to now than later. I mean, we're just kicking the can down the road,
Yeah, we gave them the time to see
Yeah,
if they
yeah,
wanted
I mean-
stuff pulled, and nothing ever materialized. I think now is a good opportunity as we talk about the road removal with those committee members. At the same time, we want to disclose that to the public and get those people talking, so there's no surprises. This is a good time to breach both of those topics.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah,
I know
we
the
put a lot
cemetery-
of money in those fences and a lot of the stuff out there with the trees, road situation that's going to be coming.
Right. Our cemetery is it's gonna look rehabbed here by springtime.
Should be.
Kind of the last real big piece of the puzzle is that fence.
Right.
So, and then like Andrew said, I know the cemetery committee had some really great plans of trying to rehab it, but realistically trying to rehab that wrought iron and doing it sections and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like a 5-year plan, then I can think that's a hurry.
Yeah.
No, you
Like,
need
or
to
even
scope
a
that down to
3-year plan.
2 years to be
Yeah.
done with it, to be
Yeah.
done with, 4 sections on each
Even if they
side.
want 6 months to show us what they can do, then maybe
That's what we were hoping.
Right.
we can
Right.
use some consideration. But I think outside of that, I mean,
Yeah.
we've already put all that into that. We want to finish this project. We don't like the stuff. we're doing.
Absolutely. But yeah, that's just something that's been kind of thrown back into our radar here. So, and then I have 3 purchase orders. Purchase order 2915 to USI Engineering for the Hughney sidewalk project for $1,229.16. I have purchase order 2916 to Hometown Services for Norway tree lighting for $8,364.20. Half of that is to be paid by the town, half of that is coming out of park beautification. And then purchase order 2917 to AIM for annual dues of $1,728.
Motion we pay PO 2915, 2916, 2917.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do we have anything else for us tonight?
That's it.
Anybody have any questions for Joe tonight? Joe? Okay, we're moving on to legal update. Do you have anything for a legal update with Justin?
I think we've covered it on our unsafe side, and he's got some ordinances he's drafting for the creation of that fund. We'll probably have to utilize beautification, Sue going and getting a check still from their account, because we won't have it established by the time we need to pay it for that hometown. Hopefully we do. It'll be by the year end. So, but no, from Justin, not that I'm aware of. I don't think so.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna move on then to additional business being necessary by the council. Alex, you have anything for us tonight?
No.
Linda Banks, you have anything for us?
Nothing.
Josh Brown, Eric Lewandowski.
All good.
I just want to make sure there's no other scheduled dates we need to put on for meetings. We have the final meeting of the year, which means we're gonna talk to Joe that day about evaluations, or what is the, what do we decide on that? I don't remember.
First meeting of the month of the year. Push it off in the second meeting of the year. I think you guys decided.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I just want to bring that back up to discuss.
Yeah, I know
Sure.
the plan was to have reviews done here in the next
So
couple weeks.
you're gonna work on Frank's and
Yep,
hers.
and then Kim was getting her staff, and then we're gonna
Okay.
email everything to the council, just so you guys can look over,
Yep.
and then,
We'll have to
department
schedule-
head reviews for,
Yeah, and that's fine. If you want, I think we talked about you doing the reviews for them, but we can do them do them as a team. For Frank or for Kim. I think that's gonna be beneficial. If anybody else have any ideas on that? I think it's how we did it in the past always. And then we'll have to do one for you, which Andrew will need a form for that, so we can all fill that out for Joe.
Yep.
And then we just need to schedule a date. But again, I don't think that last meeting, like I think we talked about, is gonna be earth shattering on
Sure.
whether.
We'll
they
discuss the
increase
couple
this.
ordinances I've got and the salary. ordinance.
Exactly, okay.
Yeah.
So I just want to say that, make sure
Makes
that
sense.
we're all on the same page with that. And then last thing I want to say is I didn't notice how pretty the tree was, so whoever did decorate that, was that Kara?
Aaron.
You did, it's beautiful, it is, I guess maybe because I've watched Frank so much that I've seen it tonight so much, but it is.
It's drowning Frank out.
I mean, I'm always looking that direction, so.
I don't
It
know.
it
if
looks
it's
really
worth it.
nice, so I just noticed it, so I just want to say that, you can tell her.
Yep.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, she does a great job. Kara and Aaron.
Yeah, it is
For sure.
really nice.
I've gotten comments about how good it looks through the window driving by. Oh, look at that sign up there, all that,
I'm not much for cranberries, where little things are there, but.
Try one.
I'm good at that. All right, let's get out of here. Payment of claims. December 2nd through December 15th, in the amount of $190,750.30.
Make a motion to pay those issues.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for attending. Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh. Dad, yeah, nice to see you, buddy. You off this week?